15 years old. But if you have a forward-looking view, ICAB is 15 years young. And for me, I see everyone as excited as a 15-year-old teenager, ready and eager to have more fun and learning as we grow together. This being a special occasion, we would have the meeting proceedings in a more candid manner than we normally have. I would request.
Arun, you are muted.
Okay. So, was I muted now? Or?
No, fine.
For me, I see everyone as a 15 years young teenager, ready and eager to have more fun and keep learning as we grow together. This being a special occasion, we would have the meeting proceedings in a more candid manner than we normally have. I would request everyone to keep their videos on so that we can see the excitement and joy. However, keep yourself muted if you're not the speaker. We do have a timer for today's meeting to track the timing for each session. And I would invite my ExCom colleague, Toastmaster Mayank Agrawal, to lay down the timing criteria for the meeting. Over to you, Toastmaster Mayank.
In order to keep a track of time, I will show green light before 1 minute of completion of allotted time, yellow background before 30 seconds, and red at the time of completion of allocated time. After which I will keep changing green, yellow, and red background continuously. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mayank. The dictionary meaning of potential is having or showing the capacity to develop into something in the future. However, the critical question is, how do you identify your potential? Remember, your potential is not something you want to reach. It is something waiting to be discovered. And the best way to discover your potential is to start believing in yourself, in that momentum. It does not matter how slowly you go. What matters is that we keep going. This is what ICAB has done. We believed and maintained that momentum, and today we are celebrating 15 years of completion. A huge applause for everyone behind this success. With this, I would like to now call upon someone with limitless potential, an ever energetic, ever friendly, and a man of commitment. Please welcome a young and dynamic president of ICAB, Toastmaster Venkata Raman, to give his presidential address. Over to you, President.
Thank you, Toastmaster Arun, for such a wonderful opening of this special meeting. Good evening, leaders and guests. Warm welcome to the 15th anniversary of ICAB Toastmasters celebrations meeting. Let me open the meeting number 385 to order first. Thank you. At the outset, let me acknowledge once again the presence of our beloved District 20 Director, DTM Mohammad Salim, Program Quality Director, DTM Alifia Lakadawala, and the Club Growth Director, DTM Khalid Abdullah. I request a big round of applause for these servant leaders who always go for an extra mile whenever a request has been sought from any member or any club. On this, even today on this occasion, they could able to take out their time and join these anniversary celebrations. Thank you so much. Further, I would also like to acknowledge our own Area 6 Director, DTM. Yes, of course we can call. He's our dearest Toastmaster, Toastmaster Ronak Desai. Also, the current chairperson, Toastmaster, as well as CA Ajay Kumar Chautwiti of Bharin chapter of ICAI, all has been here with us. There are so many guests We would go on recognizing them as we go, as the meeting proceedings forward. So can we have a big round of applause for all the past presidents, charter members, guests, and the presidents of other clubs, C2A, Club Toastmaster Maya, and the members of the C2A who have joined us today. Can we have a big round of applause for everybody? Thank you so much. Today is indeed a joyful occasion. And on this occasion, it's an opportunity for us to recollect or acknowledge the achievements of the club or cherish the legacy of our club. Friends, a famous proverb says, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. This step was taken 26 October 2005, the chartered date of ICAB Toastmasters Club. Our deep sense of gratitude goes to our first club president, Toastmaster Dinesh Ramu, sponsored club, Bharich Toastmasters Club, and the first club mentor, DTM George Thomas, along with them, all the chartered members who came forward that day for this journey. Can we have a big round of applause for all these chartered members who sponsored this club and opened this club for ours? Thank you so much. I would request a special round of applause for our first president, charter president, Toastmaster Dinesh Ramu, because you all should know now it's the time of 12:15, I think 12:30 a.m. in the early morning. He has taken out his time and he joined us. I requested him, if it is not possible, you can always skip. But he said, no, Venkat, I will try my best to join the meeting. That is the affection and the commitment he has towards this club. So a big round of applause for our first charter president, Toastmaster Dinesh Ramu. Sir, could you please raise your hand so that new members can see you? Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you all very much.
Yeah. I would also, I think I have also some couple of special guests today evening. Toastmaster Vilas Deshmukhji, and then in the year 2005, then past chairperson of BCICI, CA Agnel Pereira is also among us. I could see, I think Toastmaster Dilip Jain and some few other very renowned Toastmasters have also joined. A big round of applause for all those leaders who have taken out their time to join us in these celebrations. Now, 15 years have passed since the ICAB Toastmasters have started. During these years, the club has helped its members in many ways to grow in their personal as well as in professional lives. And we created such a beautiful legacy. If I recollect the words of Halford Lecoq, he said, very well said, no one can whistle a symphony. It takes the whole orchestra to play for it. And during these 15 years, ICAB created a legacy of developing effective leaders, a champion speakers, and the most and the best, one of the best things which I personally realized and felt I would like to share with you as the days progress, as the meeting progress. We earned a great reputation of a best professional club in the District 20. Let me tell you, I am immensely benefited when the club leadership has offered me to serve in the District ExCom. I had a great opportunity to serve one of the best ever servant leader which I have come across, DTM Mohammed Salim, who is already part of our meeting this time, who can very well endorse my experience. During my initial time in the District ExCom, when I used to attend the District ExCom meetings used to happen quite regularly. The district leadership very seriously used to talk about entire district, starting from the divisions, then the areas, then the clubs. And I used to very enthusiastically wanted to listen when they're going to talk about ICAB. Then I will listen how the district feels about the ICAB. Meetings over, couple of meetings over, I never heard about anything about the ICAB. Then after out of curiosity, then district director was DTM Khurram Salman. One day I asked Khurram, DTM Kuram, you people talk about divisions. I was waiting area 1, area 2, area 6 came, club A, B, C over. But why don't you never talk anything about the ICAB in your meetings? Then he told me one thing. He told me, Venkat, ICAB is one of the best we ever had in District 20, and we are really proud of that club. Alhamdulillah, we never ever came across a situation where we need to discuss even a word about ICAB in our meetings. So that is the kind of image we built over a period of last 15 years. And that I felt really, really proud of our club when I heard about such a kind of image that district leadership is having about our club. So with this, I could tell you personally, our members draw strength from one another and take pride in helping each other. And we grow in an atmosphere of fellowship and enjoyment. This is what I felt and I realized, and this is what the beauty of ICAB. And we always believe, as our past president Toastmaster Ronak Desai very well put in place, we always believe in inspiring capabilities of our members. And on this note, members, let me thank Dr. Rahul C. Medley as well, who started Toastmasters and gifted such a beautiful platform to the society where dignity, respect, and fellowship has become the code for living. I wish ICAB, all past as well as present members, many more years of success. And with this brief message, I would like to hand over the control back to Toastmaster Arun to take the meeting proceedings forward, as we have so much to share today. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Arun.
Thank you, President, for those kind words. Today, on this special occasion, we have with us someone who is the founder of Adari Toastmasters Club, an admired leader, a lighthouse for many champions, a passionate trainer, Gavel's Club promoter, who has held almost all the positions, be it at club level, area, division, or district. No problem is a tagline for this leader who can fix anything and everything when it comes to Toastmasters. He has been a Toastmaster since 2002 and currently serves as District 20 Director and has recently bagged the award for excellence in program quality from TMI for District 20. On behalf of ICAB, we would like to extend our heartiest congratulations to you for this well-deserving award and would like to call upon Toastmaster Salim to give his address. Over to you, DTM Salim.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Arun. And I'd like to acknowledge the fact that I received the prestigious award for the excellence, which is the success of the club, which has contributed towards the award. Actually, it is not my achievement. It is the clubs like ICAB, which had achieved the President Distinguished Club status, which has pushed their DCP, and I had just I'm a representative on receiving on behalf of all the clubs like ICAB. Let me acknowledge the presence of our Program Quality Director, DTM Alifia Lakdawala, our Club Board Director, Toastmaster DTM Khalid Abdullah, the Chairman of the BC Bahrain Chapter of Institute of Chartered Accountants, Toastmaster Ajay, and we have the President, Toastmaster Venkat Ramana, and all the dignitaries over here. Actually, let me acknowledge some of the members who have been, throughout my Toastmaster journey. One is I'm going by the screen. I see Toastmaster Kunjan, who is most similar to me actually, because most of the Toastmasters activities he is there, but he doesn't take the center stage. He is always silent. He is always there, but he would like to remind, very calm. And Toastmaster Uday, very star of Indian club, and he's always been a supporter of Toastmasters. He never takes limelight actually, for that matter actually. Now, because I have been associated with each and every member, Toastmaster Clifford actually, it's a very silent member, who's been there cheering up all the champions. I've seen him cheering up Toastmaster Chandran, a member of Tamil Toastmasters Club, and always been a keen supporter. I've not come across with Toastmaster A, Signal Pereira, but I've heard that high regards about Signal Pereira. We have Toastmaster Sridhar, versatile personality actually. He's been yes, wonderful champion. I have seen one of the speeches where he spoke about his father. I'm a big fan of him. Not just speeches, his paintings and his writings. Those are the things which really he doesn't take the center stage again. Backstage supporters of ICAB. Vilas brother, I don't know whether he's a member of ICAB, but he's been a supporter for all Toastmasters activity. DTM Sanjay Gupta, actually, my the person who I really respect and admire for his calm and composed nature. I remember him taking up Area 76, and he's been taking up area to higher excellence. I've seen Janki Mehta. She has been a very kind-hearted person. I've come across in a couple of events, and she has been a very true inspiration. Mani Lakshmanamurthy, actually, I know he's been a champion speaker when he goes on stage. Such a wonderful personality. I believe Mani is in Canada now, if I'm correct now. Or my very close friend, I could say, or my brother, DTM Balraj, and who he took over as my area director, actually, sorry, division director in year 2011 and 2012. And when I was the division director, he was a great support to me along with DTM Ashok Kumar. Thank you, DTM Dinesh Ramu, for making this club a reality. Without your support, it would have not been happened. Santosh, I mean, any activity, I mean, you're very vibrant, you're very strong personality. When he talks, it looks like as if he's ready for the fight, but, he speaks for the cause, actually. Thank you, Toastmaster Santosh. My very own brother, Raghu Iyer, yesterday he had spoken very kind of me. Actually, I'm very much overwhelmed. And he's been a strong supporter when he was in Area 6 director, no matter what. He's been always been there. Toastmaster Ajay and Toastmaster Mayanak, thanks for being here. Now I have Brother Pratap, BVS Pratap, who's been very strong supporter of ICAB, and he's been a good friend to me actually wherever I see him, and he's been always a vibrant. He's been an area director for that matter. CA Gopalakrishnan, he's been a strong supporter there. So I have been having. How can I forget Toastmaster Shaukat Lokanwala, actually a very versatile evaluator, champion evaluator actually. Whenever he's in the audience, I feel comfortable talking to him over there. We have champion. He is one of the person who's been champion in making us. I've seen his growth gradually, and he's been a great speaker now. Toastmaster Panchu, Laban is his identity now. Nobody can forget Laban. So we have Kapil. So I don't want to, I mean, I have taken much of the time actually, but these are the people who have been throughout my 15 years in with ICAB. I have, certain extent, I have interacted with them. I've been a family of ICAB. I had mentioned in my newsletter that if I'm a chartered accountant, okay, just because attending ICAB meetings, I could be calling myself a chartered accountant because I have been attending ICAB so many times, and it is a wonderful club, and I'm very proud to be associated with this club, and I'm thankful for having me here. It's not an address, it's just a recall of memories throughout actually with all those I have gone through. This is a wonderful club actually. My second home I could call after Adari Toastmasters. Thank you for having me here. You are amazing bundle of Toastmasters in all the aspects. Actually. When I wanted this year, when I was looking for a finance manager for district, actually, I went back to Toastmaster Venkat, told him, brother, why don't you come back again as a finance manager? Because he has left such a wonderful legacy when he was the finance manager with DTM Kuram. I said, brother, I didn't have any other choice actually. Then I had to look into many people, but unfortunately, I missed many of the members from ICAB being the finance manager this year, the first option was from ICAB. So because the way the professionalism they conduct in any matter. So thank you very much for having me here. So back to you, Master Sir.
Thank you, Toastmaster Salim, for those touching words. You know how available you have been whenever I have looked for help. Today, we also have with us someone who has been a Toastmaster for 8 years, has enjoyed every role she has played in Toastmasters, and believes learning never stops. Besides being a Toastmaster, she is a physiotherapist by profession, a subject matter expert on lifestyle management and office ergonomics, a fitness enthusiast, and a yoga doer. She has served the club at area and division levels and earned a well-deserving the Best Division Director Award for year 2017-2018. Currently serving as Program Quality Director for District 20, I would now call upon DTM Alifia Lakrawala to say a few words. Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Arun. Let me acknowledge the presence of our District Director, DTM Muhammad Salim, our Club Group Director, DTM Khalid Abdullah, Area 6 Director, Toastmaster Ram Desai, the President of ICAB Toastmaster, Toastmaster Venkata, and esteemed members of ICAB and guests. Good evening, everybody. Thank you. This is my first visit to ICAB, and thank you to the virtual reality that it gave me an opportunity today that I could connect with you all. When I heard the president's address, I did understand that this club has so much of rich legacy left behind. And I have been fortunate enough to work with DTM Shaukat Lokhandwala and Toastmaster Venkata when they have, I would say that, you know, DTM Shaukat was a member of Timber Talkers when he was back in Kuwait. So very happy to be here and see him in ICAB. And Toastmaster Venkata has served as our district finance manager. That time I was serving as the division director. So it goes a long way. 15 years do go a long way. And what I am hearing and what all our district directors say, that the base which your club has laid, the foundation which your club has laid down, you know, it is so strong that you members are a living example of it when it comes to quality, whether it is in leadership or in the communication track. So as a program quality director, I am very happy that today I got an opportunity to come and witness you all magnificent leaders, Toastmasters here today. And thank you, Toastmaster Venkata, for inviting the trio today. And definitely this is a youth celebration for your club. So keep it up, keep soaring high. You all are the first club in Area 6 to achieve the distinguished club status and in the Division A also. So heartiest congratulations to you all. You all have a thriving base of 40 members. Every member can do their best and you all support us. We look up to you all as district trio. We look up to our members and you all are our, you know, I would say testimonial. So keep up the good work and wish you all the best for the coming year. Wish you all many, you know, happy anniversaries. Back to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, DTM Alifia, and it's an honor to have you on this special occasion. Coming up next, we have a cool personality whose purpose in life is to lead his kids by a good example of fun to be followed. And that is one of the prime reasons why he joined Toastmaster. Looking at his cool personality, we always feel there's a lot to learn from him. He is currently a member of 3 different clubs, BAPCO, St. Paul, and Bahrain Advanced Toastmaster Club, where he serves as the president. In addition to being currently active in these 3 clubs, he is also a club growth director of District 20 for the term 2021. I would invite DTM Khalid Abdullah to address us all. Over to you, DTM Khalid.
Thank you so much, Master of Ceremonies, Toastmaster Arun. District 20 Director, DTM Muhammad Salim. DTM Alifia Lakdawala, our ever glamorous PQD. I think I saw Raunak, but he's not around, but let me recognize him also, Area 6 Director, Toastmaster Raunak. President of ICAB, ever charming and smiling, Toastmaster Venkata. And the Chairperson, Ajay, and all of ICAB members and guests, good evening to one and all. Let me just give you very quick statistics about where are we in the district for one reason, and I'll share it just in a while. Currently, we have around 143 clubs in the district, among which we have 49 coaches, clubs that needs coaches. Out of those, we have 12 corporate we have 17 clubs that are inactive, out of which we have 12 that are corporate clubs, out of which we have 9 with 0 members. Yes, this is exactly the life of your club growth director, counting all of the losses. And just smile and hope that definitely this would be just a few moments and we would definitely go over it. But when I flip my eyes to ICAB Toastmaster Club, that gives me really hope. 40 members winning the Lead and Win Award of the CGD, Smedley Award of TI membership. What else would a club growth director would want to see from a club like ICAB? Please give yourself a round of applause. ICAB Toastmaster Club in its 15th anniversary. This is just a milestone. I'm sure you would have even more than 15 years to come, and you would grow more leaders. And this is my first interactions with ICAB this year when I joined Toastmaster Venkata. Toastmaster Venkata said, well, Toastmaster Khalid, we are conducting our finale of the Speechcraft, well-known club for Speechcraft. Can you help us? And what I witnessed among ICAB members was teamwork, family-like relationship. They all came knowing what to do or not knowing what to do. They were there standing as one united force to graduate the new Toastmasters who just joined the club. I was amazed when I attended the CATS contest a few weeks ago, when I saw the club with the new 2 of the speech crafters. So that was the product of the club. And when I saw their performance, I remember Toastmaster Radhika. Unfortunately, I don't see the other speech crafter, but you were amazing. And this is exactly what a club wants to have. We are here to create leaders. And ICAB is exactly doing that. Thank you so much, ICAB members, ExCom, guests, and charters member as well for giving us the opportunity to have such great club in District 20. I'm really blessed to have ICAB there. Thank you so much and enjoy your milestone tonight. Over to you, Master Hussain.
Thank you, DTM Khalid. We have a man of elegance and grace, whose presence radiates an atmosphere of excitement, a champion speaker and mentor for many, who is wholeheartedly willing to help anytime when approached. His superior leadership skills has deservingly earned him the current role as Area 6 Director for District 20. Due to unforeseen circumstances, Toastmaster Ronak is unable to join us. However, a special all of us, which I would like to play. Request everyone who is not speaking to mute yourself, please. I think there's some technical glitch. Can you able to hear it and see it? पहले भी नहीं आ रहा।
Congratulations, ICAB, for completing 15 years of growth and success. A proud moment for our founding fathers and all our members, both present and in the past. In these 15 years, the club has been home to many prolific speakers, champions, and great leaders. But the real achievement of the club is that it has provided members to grow as individuals. Having said that, 15 years is just a start. The club is yet to achieve its pinnacle of success. Here's wishing ICAB many years of achievement and continued growth to provide its members platform and opportunity to grow as individuals. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ronak. I'm not sure if it was a technical glitch, but something was wrong. I hope you guys are able to hear his message through. Moving on. Next item in the agenda, peak performance, achieving the impossible, reaching your full potential. These are lofty goals that many of us dream about, some of us strive for, and few of us actually attain. There is a proven path to unleash your potential. And today, we have a guide who has walked that path himself. Our key speaker today, DTM Mark Brown, is the 1995 World Champion of Public Speaking. Yes, exactly 15 years back. And today, he will share the principles and practices that will propel you forward as you unleash your inner potential. Please help me welcome certified speaking professional and 1995 World Champion of Public Speaking, DTM Mark Brown. Over to you, DTM Mark Brown.
Assalamu alaikum. I live in the country. Outside on any given day, I can see squirrels, turtles, rabbits, deer, and neighbors have pets like dogs. And one afternoon, I was looking out the window and I saw a little dog running across my backyard. And then I saw a woman in a bathrobe, barefoot, trying to follow this dog and to catch him. So I hurriedly ran downstairs, went outside, and I saw her following this dog, trying to get him because he went between the woods to her neighbor's property. Eventually, they went behind some trees, and I don't know where they ended up. What had happened was her dog had become unleashed. The leash had restricted the dog to staying on her property where they lived. But somehow the dog became unleashed and began to wander around the neighborhood, across my backyard, into my neighbor's backyard, finding out what the world had to hold for this dog. Now, why do I tell you that? First, Congratulations and happy 15th birthday to ICAB Toastmasters. Your theme today, for my brief remarks, and I do have to make them brief, I have another meeting coming up in a half an hour, is about unleashing your inner potential. That little puppy had no idea what the world held until it became unleashed. And when that happened, it began to explore everything around it, every neighborhood. It began to look at the rabbits and the deer and the turtles. It began to explore this whole new world that before was not exposed to them. What could that mean for you and me as Toastmasters, and for you, ICAB, on this your 15th birthday? You know, when people turn 15, in some cultures, it's a sign of getting more mature. Here in America, when you turn 15, you're allowed to get your driving permit to start learning to drive. And many young people, when they turn 16, on their birthday, they go to the Department of Motor Vehicles and get their driver's license, because now they're licensed to drive and they can explore the world. My thought to you, first of all, today is this, ICAB Toastmasters. There is a world for you to explore beyond your club. There is a world for you to see, to experience, and to change beyond ICAB. For us to unleash, to be released from where we are, our restrictions, means we have to then find our inner potential. It's a funny thing to ask about potential. We often don't know what our potential holds for us, because the truth is we can't always see our own potential. Sometimes it's someone else who sees it, it's someone else who acknowledges it, and someone else who helps us to unleash it. Very rarely do animals unleash themselves. Somebody has to either make a mistake and not tie the leash, or release that animal to go running free. These kids who turn 15, they have to get the right to go into that car and drive and see the world that waits for them. They don't know what they can do when they're 15. They have inner potential. So do you, and so do I. I've been a Toastmaster now since 1993. That is 27 years. It's been a long time. My first meeting was in December of 1992. It'll be 28 years in 2 months since I went to my first meeting. And believe it or not, I am still a dues-paying club member. That's right. Twice a year, my club treasurer says, "It's time for dues. Send me a check or go to PayPal." And I pay it because I believe in the program. It has changed my life. But I didn't see that 28 years ago. So much so when I went to my first meeting, I was totally intimidated. I saw some wonderful speakers at the Reader's Digest Toastmasters Club in Pleasantville, New York. And I was so intimidated, believe it or not. I was a guest for 4 months at my club. That's right, a guest for 4 months. Perhaps to some of you, wait, Mark, you're a world champion. How could you be a guest for 4 months? Because like many of you, I started out not knowing what my potential was. And no matter what you've achieved so far, I believe for all of us, there is more that we can do, and there is more that we can be. My Toastmasters journey, I eventually agreed to sign the application. And here's the weird part. I worked for Reader's Digest. The club was Reader's Digest Toastmasters, and the company sponsored club membership. It cost me nothing financially, but it still took me 4 months to say, yes, I will join this club. And within a year, I found myself competing in the international speech contest by accident. I had no plan to enter. I had no big dreams of being a world champion. I could not see that kind of potential. As a matter of fact, in November of 1993, I got my copy of Toastmaster magazine. Now it's digital. Back then it was the hard copy mailed to my house. And the cover page had 2 photographs on it. One was a photograph of the 1992 world champion, Dana Lamont, who is totally visually impaired, receiving his trophy. And the other was of 1993 champion Otis Williams Jr. receiving his trophy. I was so naive, so green, so young, so inexperienced. I had no idea that the contest I entered in 1994 had anything to do with those two men being world champions. I did not know that my club contest could possibly lead to the world championship. That's how naive I was. I entered my contest by accident to replace someone on 2 hours' notice with just 6 speeches under my belt. That's how inexperienced I was. And that's how unaware I was of my inner potential. Nonetheless, I said yes on 2.5 hours' notice, entered the contest, and won. I thought I was done. I was told, no, Mark, you have to now go to the area contest. Said, area? What's area? It's bigger than the club. You got to be an area contestant. Okay, when do I do that? Tonight. Never plan your club contest the same day as an area contest. Don't ever do it. No, never do that. Nonetheless, I got past area, then division, then district, then back then it was region 7. I won the region contest and found myself in the World Championships in 1994, and I had no idea what I was doing. I went to the contest, did my best, and I finished in the top 9. I didn't place third, second, and clearly didn't place first. My family had flown with me from New York to Kentucky, and I sat in that ballroom after 1,800 people had left with my 7-year-old son, Joel, in my lap, and he was crying. Daddy, you tried so hard, you didn't win. It's not fair. Little lip was quivering, and I sought to comfort my son. I said, son, I did my best. There's always next year, okay? And in that moment, someone literally walked into my life and transformed me. His name is David Brooks, the 1990 world champion of public speaking. I'd heard of him. I'd even heard his voice on an audio cassette tape of the 1990 finals. To all the millennials in the room, an audio cassette tape is about this big. It has 2 holes for spools. I'll explain more later on. Never mind. He said to me, forgive me, Mark. I don't mean to interrupt what is clearly a tender family moment, but I may not see you again. I'm David, and I believe you're talented. If you'd like, I'm happy to help you. Here's my card. He gave me his business card and he walked away. He was gone. Of course, my son was crying, so I had to buy him ice cream. And the following day, we flew back to New York. I dropped my bags in my apartment and I found David Brooks' business card. I called him immediately. Hello, David Brooks, please. This is David. David, it's Mark Brown. Do you remember me? Mark, I met you yesterday. I know who you are. Said, Dave, you promised to help me. Will you? And he said, yes. And that began a mentoring relationship, long distance by telephone and fax from Austin, Texas to Mount Vernon, New York. Now, millennials, a fax machine resembles a small printer, and you put paper in it, and never mind, we'll discuss that some other time. This man had seen potential in me when I had not seen it in myself. And through this mentoring relationship over a year, the following year, 95, I was a much better speaker, and I entered my club contest again, and I placed second at the club. That's right. I was second at my club in 1995. Now, there's a rule that says in an area with 4 or fewer clubs, the district has the option to allow both first and second place finishers to advance. So I was given a second chance that I took advantage of and proceeded all the way to the World Championships. And as you all now know, I won that title with the help of David Brooks, a mentor. Here's the funny thing. I learned that David Brooks had made that offer to help to more than one person. Back in the 1990s, there were 9 finalists in the World Championship. And my understanding was David offered to help 7 of us. But I was the only one who said yes to David Brooks. Now, I cannot explain to you why no one else said yes to him, but think about this. Someone who is where you want to be offers to help you, and for some reason you reject the offer, my mind has a hard time fully comprehending that. I was the only one who said yes. And you know, in 1995, of the 8 people who did not win that contest, do you know how many of us got back to the finals in 95? Just me. And I was the only one, of course, to win a trophy that year. Happened to be the #1 trophy. Now, I don't say this to brag. I say this to make you think, to unleash your inner potential. There are times you won't know what your own potential is. David Brooks actually wrote me a letter. Now, millennials, a letter is something on paper that's what you write. We'll discuss that later on. In his letter, David Brooks said, although our contact so far has been limited to only a few brief exchanges, your words and manner lead me to believe that you are a talented speaker and one with whom I would be honored to confer. After I closed my dictionary, I realized David Brooks had seen in me potential and talent. And sometimes we don't see in ourselves potential and talent. We don't realize it is there. But I learned something else. See, David Brooks was not the only one to see potential and talent in me. And the thing is, sometimes people who see talent in you see it way before you do. I mean, way before you do. That contest that I lost was in 1994, a young man in my 30s, and David Brooks saw potential in me. But you know what? I realized, I look back over my life, he was not the only one who had seen inner potential. Right here is the Green and Black Reviews, my high school yearbook, 1979 to 1980, okay? For those doing the mathematics, I'm 59 years old and looking pretty good, right? Well, back in 1979, my high school buddies wrote something in this book about me. It's here. It's hard to see. So let me just share my screen and show you what my high school buddies wrote about me. Always seen in the center of a crowd, relating one of his experiences to the listeners. His listeners have to make sure that they have their dictionaries with them for frequent consultation. His famous words are, gentlemen. Now look at this. In 1979, I had hair, obviously, and I was much younger looking. But in 1979, which is now 41 years ago, my classmates saw me as a speaker, as someone who was eloquent, as someone who could handle language, always seen in the center of a crowd. I had never envisioned myself in that way, but in 1979, my classmates saw my inner potential to be a good communicator and to be a speaker. The same inner potential that David Brooks saw after 7 minutes in 1994 that prompted him, a world champion, to invest a year of his life in helping me to unleash my inner potential. So here's a thought for you. I want to believe that among those assembled here, there's 40 of us here right now. I'm sure there are others who who aren't able to attend. I wonder how many individuals in this meeting today see potential in you that you do not yet see in yourself. I wonder who among you may have someone in this forum who has said to you, you could be a leader, not only in our club, but eventually in our district. And I know we have some district leaders who have attended. I don't know if they have left or had to go anywhere. But if you are a division leader, an area leader, or district leader, please use a reaction and give me a thumbs up or a wave so I can see if you are here. I don't know if anybody is here. If you're a division officer or even a club officer, just give me a quick thumbs up or something in the I see a thumb up. Good. Now, a few thumbs up. Wonderful. I'm going to ask you to think for a moment. Can you remember a time when someone said to you, you could serve in this way, you'd be good as an officer, you'd be good as a presenter, you would be good being involved in not only Toastmasters, but any other organization, I believe you have the potential to serve well and to grow. If anybody at any point in your life has ever had anyone say to you, I believe you can, please give me a reaction, a thumbs up or a clap in the reaction button. Anyone at any time in your life. Thank you. I see people doing this. I see thumbs up. Wonderful. The thing is, very often we don't see our own potential, but there are others who do. And when they present you with the opportunity to grow, I say seize the opportunity. That little puppy was unleashed. It found a chance to explore the neighborhood and it took off. But I wonder if we're unleashed or we're staying home. We're 15 years old. Get your permit. You can start to learn to drive. No, I'm going to stay here in my house. You're in a Toastmasters club. You're being encouraged to speak, to take a role, to do something different, to become a leader. No, I'll just sit here and I'll do my next speech in another 3 weeks. You want to unleash your inner potential? Listen to those who are encouraging you. Read the signs. Accept the offer for someone to help you, to guide you, to expose to you what's available to you. Unleash that inner potential. I had no clue when I went to that first meeting in 1992 that I could possibly be a speaker, much less a world champion. I didn't see the sign from 1979. I hadn't seen the sign from 1979. So I have a question for all of you before I go. Have you been ignoring the signs that have been saying to you, you have inner potential? On this 15th birthday, ask yourself, what or who is holding you back from being unleashed and exploring your world of leadership and communication and service and personal growth? Because sometimes the person holding the leash, well, it's us. Our fear, our trepidation holds us back. And I confess to you again, I was holding myself back for 4 whole months when I had no reason. I had no excuse. The company was paying the dues. The meetings were there at work. It was lunchtime. Bring your lunch, listen in, tune in. I had no excuse. It took me 4 months to begin to unleash potential that my classmate had seen back in 1979. So on this ICAB, your 15th birthday, I say to you, I urge you to give yourself no more excuses. Be like that little puppy that saw a world out there to be explored. Unleash your inner potential. Avail yourselves of those who see in you what you don't yet see in yourselves, those who may be to you the master mentor that David Brooks has been to me. And perhaps you have the potential to be that mentor, to help somebody else find their inner potential. And if you collectively do that as a family together, you'll all be stronger together. You'll all unleash your inner potential. And who knows, 15 years from now, on your 30th anniversary, as you look back over time, you'll say, yeah, how far have we come? What worlds have we explored? What great things have we done because we unleashed our inner potential? Go forth and change your world. And once again, happy 15th birthday, ICAB Toastmasters. Blessings to you all.
Thank you, DTM Mark Brown. That was indeed a champion speech which has left a mark on each one of us. And I'm sure will all benefit from us at individual levels as well as club level as well. Thank you very much, sir, for your presence. We are really honored.
Thank you so much. I do have another meeting I must attend. Again, I want to say a very special thank you to my brother, Sundaram, for inviting me to be a part of this group. I've been to Bahrain twice. I love your country. I love you all. It was my honor to serve you. Have a blessed day. Once again, happy birthday to all of you. Take care.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. Well, I had just done the change in the agenda, so we'll now go back to the agenda proceeding. ICAP completing its 15 years also stems from the commitment and dedication of past presidents who all have immensely contributed in the past and continue to do so in present, and we strongly believe they will even support us in the future. We do have presence of most of them here, but we had a pre-recorded video message from the past ICAP presidents, which I'd like you to play it now. Let us hear it out, what they have to say on this milestone event.
To all my dear colleagues at ICAB, wish you a very good evening. It's truly a great privilege to speak to you on this, the 15th anniversary, and through this medium. I cannot be there in person, and I would have loved to be there, but situations are different. But as it is said, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. But I truly wonder, what was that journey that we set on? It's not 1,000 miles. I think it is something much more than that. Just for a moment, when you calculate, the numbers, we've done over 1,500 speeches at ICAB. You have over 10 DTMs probably. And I think before we start congratulating anyone, I just want to go back and look at the kind of support this club has received in the initial days and thereafter. The mentors, the other sister clubs like Bahrain Toastmasters and other clubs, and support from various other forums. And of course, the efforts of all the members, and I pinpoint the dedication and the enthusiasm with which all the members had taken on ICAP. We were one club which was chartered with over 25 members, and it's not a joke because other clubs will struggle to probably get together a team of 15. So at that time, to put in get in a number of 25 or something, very good. And the enthusiasm, when I say, what I mean is that in the first two meetings itself, we probably had about 10 icebreakers. And the remarkable thing again was that within a couple of meetings, the comments that we received from some of the senior Toastmasters was that this doesn't really look like a good, a new club. This looks like a club that has been on the scene for at least over 5 years. And this was within the few months of formation. So now I'd like to congratulate all the past presidents, the committees, and all the office bearers who have taken this club to new heights and made sure it grows from strength to strength and continues to serve the Toastmastering community within Bahrain and beyond, while at the same time taking care of all the members' aspirations to be better speakers and better leaders. So my best wishes, my congratulations to all of you, and to keep the ICAP TMC flag flying. Good evening.
Toastmaster is where leaders are made. ICAP Toastmaster is where chartered accountants are made, better communicators and leaders. My dear ICAP Toastmaster members, it gives me immense pleasure to note that ICAP Toastmaster is completing 15 years of its glorious service and entering the 16th year. Being the founding member, the first VP Education of the club, and the second president of the club, my joy is boundless. My memory goes back to 26 October 2005, when the first official meeting was conducted. The icebreaker speech of our members still fresh in my memory. It's heartening to note that during the past 15 years, the club has produced many champion speakers, mentors, and leaders who not only done the role in the Bahrain chapter of ICI, but also in their respective organization where they are working. ICAB Toastmaster personally benefited me immensely. But for ICAB Toastmasters training, it would not have been possible for me to manage during the year 2006 and 7 both the chapter of ICAI and also the Toastmaster Club concurrently. On this auspicious occasion, I would like to congratulate the current president, Toastmaster Venkatamana Rao, the executive committee and members of ICAB Club, and also wish them the very best in taking forward the club to a greater heights. ICAB Toastmasters, simply amazing.
Mr. President and Toastmasters, I'm so happy to join the 15th anniversary celebrations of ICAB. ICAB has been close to my heart. It has given me many, many memorable moments. Thanks, Mr. President, for the invite. I was so fortunate to lead the club with such a vibrant members. My job was made a lot more easy by the strong foundation laid by our past presidents. Looking back, I can recollect that there were packed house. There were lots of informal chat that was happening at the dinner and at car parks. Homegrown champions started breaking the barriers of area and division. Leaders were organizing events everywhere. The ICAB voice made a mark by winning the 5th place at the Undivided District 79 contest. Last but not the least, with everybody's cooperation and support, we could achieve the status of President Distinguished Club for the first time. Toastmasters, processes like vote-taking ceremony or mentoring, these contribute to formation of an asset in the club, an intangible asset in the form of helping each other. Every term inherits this, nurtures it, and passes it on to the next term with some value addition. No wonder that successive terms have raised the bar and we have become one of the finest clubs in the island. I salute all the members and the BCICAI for its wholehearted support all along. I am confident that, Mr. President, you and your team will help members realize their goal.
15 years of excellent journey, 15 years of inspiring people, thousands and thousands of people, 15 years of producing champions, and those champions went on to produce more champions, changing people's life for 15 years. That's amazing. ICAB, I stand in front of you, learning always from you. It's been a marvelous journey, and I wish you see 25, 50, 75, and 100 and more. Whatever I am today, I owe a lot to ICAB. And there, I wish you again all the very best.
If you want to be successful, surround yourself with people you want to become. When you have $1 million vision, don't surround yourself with 1 cent minds. If you want to be proficient in public speaking and leadership skills, then my dear friends, ICAB is the place. My journey in ICAB started in 2008. Today, when I look back, it all appears like a dream to me. Starting with a table topic in my very first meeting in ICAB in Gulf Gate Hotel, where I was not able to speak even in complete sentences, and then few years later representing Bahrain in the table topic context in the district. No doubt, it is all a dream to me. And now recently completing the Distinguished Toastmaster, the final goal in the Toastmasters journey. Hats off to ICAB. The mutually supportive and enjoyable learning environment in ICAB is simply amazing. My last 12 years with ICAB Toastmasters Club have literally transformed me, not only in my public speaking and community leadership skills, but as a person as well. Big congratulations to ICAB family on the 15th anniversary. I take this opportunity to thank every single member of ICAB who have really been supportive of me in my journey of Toastmasters. I thank from the bottom of my heart to all the mentors who have really guided me and supported me in my quest for self-improvement. Once again, congratulations to the current executive committee, which is very ably led by Toastmaster Venkat. Long live ICAB. God bless ICAB.
Well, we have another set of videos, which I'll be playing now.
I'm so happy to know that our own ICAB Toastmasters Club is turning 15 on today. While wishing many more happy returns to our club, I wish all of you to continue your journey of communication and leadership skills, which was paved by our leaders Dinesh Ramu, George Thomas, and Krishnan Ramchandran. It was a delightful journey for me, and the Toastmasters journey really helped me to juggle a lot of balls without breaking them, especially in 2011-12 when I was the division governor and the BCACA chairman. It was a tough job coupled with a job change for me, but the Toastmasters training, the leadership and communication training helped me a lot to survive this journey with very good success. I wish all of you a great time with ICAB Toastmasters Club, the place where leaders are made, and unleash your potential.
Friends, first of all, I would like to congratulate all the members of the ICAB Toastmasters Club on successful completion of 15 years. I am feeling proud and happy for being part of this journey. This club was formed to train and improve the communication and leadership skills of the Indian chartered accountants living in Bahrain. Since then, this club has produced many great communicators and the leaders. I like the most in this club is the presence of senior and the seasoned Toastmasters who are always available for support and guidance. I have personally benefited with this club in my personality development. Last but not the least, my best wishes to the present President Toastmaster Venkatarao, his team, and all the members in their journey of learning. Thank you very much. Best wishes.
15 years have passed. My God, it looks as if I joined this club only last year. I still remember my icebreaker speech with butterflies in my stomach. Being one of the founder members of this club, I have seen this club at its infancy stage, and I have also seen the gradual growth of this company, raising the eyebrows of many veterans of other clubs. I am also proud to be one of the first few persons who have taken this club from to area level in the humorous and international speech categories. This club has produced many leaders, public speakers, and DTMs, and this journey certainly continues. 15 years is a landmark milestone, and I'm sure we'll cross many such milestones. Watch out, guys. All the best. Thank you very much.
Dear Toastmasters and friends, good evening. ICAB Toastmasters Club is celebrating its 15th anniversary. What a wonderful moment. ICAB is very special for me. It is close to my heart. because most of the recognition I received in this Pearl Island have deep connections with ICAB. I still remember the year 2013, immediately after coming to Bahrain, in one of the VCICA meeting, then Toastmasters Club President T.M. Gopalakrishnan asked us to join ICAB Toastmasters Club. I was immediately able to connect with that, decided to join ICAB. The surprising fact is that I never heard the word ICAB or Toastmasters Club before that in my life. Immediately after joining Toastmasters Club, I was assigned with the role of ICAB magazine voice editorship. I continued that role for next 15 months. I ensured voice is getting published each and every month without any break, whether it is Ramadan period or annual vacation period. In the year 2015, when Toastmaster Sridhar was about to take over as ICAB president, he invited me to join as his VP Education, since most of the senior members were reluctant to take up that position. I'm sure you all know the obvious reason. VP Education is the most challenging role in any Toastmasters club. I continued in the ExCom as a president in the subsequent year. I believe those were wonderful period for ICAB as well as myself. We used to conduct our event in Diplomat Radisson Hotel. ICAB membership strength were 45 to 50, and we used to have an attendance of 35 to 40 in every meeting. You need to wait 3 months if you want to get a TMOD role. Also, need to book 2 months advance if you want to get a speech slot. What I would like to remind, especially the young Toastmasters, is that never reluctant to take up any role, be it meeting role or leadership role. It will help you, it will transform into a leader. Let ICAB continue its march of producing more and more leaders. I wish all the best for ICAB Toastmasters Club.
Hey all, happy 15 ICAB. 15 years. When I joined ICAB, you were just 9 years old. And I have heard about the legacies of ICAB, right from Toastmaster Dinesh Ramu, DTM George Thomas, Balraj, Mani, Sanjay ji, Kapil ji, Meenakshi, Ronak, so many of them. ICAB has produced world-class leaders. Why world-class? Because these leaders went on to become chairpersons in a bigger forum, that is the CA chapter of Bahrain, which has got more than 450 members. And that's a great achievement. Not only that, ICAB is just not about producing leaders and having good communication skills. It's more of having an extended family. I found very good friends like the current president, Toastmaster Venkat, my best friend, DTM Panchu, Ronak, Meenakshi, Toastmaster Venkat, Gulfair, so many of them. And I still remember the legacies which ICAB has had. 2 years back, we had one of the prestigious moments when we invited the immediate past Toastmasters International President DTM Deepak Menon. The occasion was very special, not just because DTM Deepak Menon is a Toastmaster, but he was also a fellow chartered accountant, and that made this event even more beautiful. ICAB went on to give birth to a new baby, C2A. That was one of the biggest dreams. But let me end saying that ICAB is still a long way to go. It's just 15. May turn 75, 150. And my best wishes to the present, past and the future leaders of ICAB. May the force be with you. Good luck.
Good evening, ICABers. ICAB is completing 15 years. I'm very, very, very happy to be part of this ICAB family. I'm just 5 years old in this ICAB Toastmasters. When I joined in ICAB Toastmasters in 2014 as a speech crafter, there were a lot of encouragements. I used to have a lot of problems in public speaking. I used to get a lot of encouragements from all my senior Toastmasters, namely first one Amit Shanai, who actually conducted the speech craft, and we were very, very impressed the way he conducted the speech craft. That day I wanted to become a leader like him. And our own brother Raghuji, Meenakshi sir, Shaukat ji, Kapil Batra. That day we used to have one person called Gopal. Gopal used to be there. Raunak ji, Shaukat ji, and Sanjay ji. Amazing leaders. They are all true leaders, and you can look at them and learn a lot of things from them. That is what my journey started last 5 years before 2015. And these all senior leaders are part of my journey, and I have reached distinguished Toastmasters status. And not only that, I have taken up a lot of roles in ICAB Toastmasters, from secretary, from membership, education, and president role, and also I did my area director role. This is all from learning from ICAB Toastmasters. I thank all my accomplishments to my seniors and my fellow ICABers. And my only suggestion is that whoever is in ICAB Toastmaster, if you really show interest in public speaking and leadership skills, people are there to help you and attain your goals. So I wish all the success for ICAB Toastmasters. There's a long way to go, not only 15 years. I want to see ICAB to be 50 years completing. All the very best, ICAB. Wish you all the very best. And thank you so much for being part of in my life. I'm happy to say that I'm part of ICAB family. I'm from ICAB Toastmasters because ICAB has created a lot of champion speakers, and that is the way everyone in the island remembers ICAB. Wish you all good luck for completing 15 years, and thank you so much. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
That was all our past presidents delivering the message on this special occasion. Big round of applause for all the past presidents. Anniversary celebration is a reminder of our glorious past, for it brings to our minds the memories and the journey we have accomplished so far. We heard from the past presidents on these memories and inspirational moments. It is rightly said, photographs indeed have a story to tell. So let us now recall some of those nostalgic moments over the past 15 years and live it today once again. Well, that was a small nostalgic collection of all the past 15 years memory. We tried to capture many of it, but no, its time is a limit. Moving on to the next item in the agenda is the Hall of Fame. Let me just share a screen with you guys. We started with a few, but today we are many, not only in numbers, but in terms of our talent, creativity, and learning commitment to serve. ICAB has made its name in the Hall of Fame as one of the most active and dynamic club on the island. Let us walk through ICAB moments in the Hall of Fame. This is a certificate which we received recently from TMI on completion of the 15th year anniversary. If you look at the mission of ICAB, we have trained many persons to improve their leadership skills, which we have done. It is a proud fact that it's the world's first chartered accountant Toastmasters club, and we have held meeting continuously for the past 15 years on second and fourth Wednesday of each month. Not a single Wednesday has been missed, which itself is a record. If you look at our paid membership base, right from the year it has started, we maintained that healthy membership base of around close to 40. Remember, these are year-end numbers. During the year, people have left as well. And we continue to maintain that healthy relationship, a healthy membership. In terms of DCP points, the club recognition has always been recognized, and we have always maintained a 10 on 10 right from 2007-8 for the past 13 years. In fact, this year, it's hardly 2 months we have stepped into this year, and we already reached the 5 DCP points, which is a record in the history of ICAB. The ICAP has grown not only in terms of new leaders, servants, but there have been champion speakers. Distinguished Toastmasters from ICAP, which has originated, are as follows. The trendsetter, the first GTM Muralidhar, ever smiling Shaukat Lokhandwala. The elegant Meenakshi, now known as Mentor Meenakshi. Sanjay Gupta, the cool and ever inspirational guy. The logical Mr. GTM Pratap. The mighty Raghu, amazing motivator. And our laughter champ, the Laban man, having a natural flair of humor. These are 7 distinguished Toastmasters who have come over in the last 15 years. ICAP has even produced a lot of champion speakers. We had international speech winner 2018, Mr. Meenakshi, humorous speech winner 2017-18, DTM Panchu, and TM Ronald Desai, who was table topic winners in 2018-19. Winning at club and division level itself is a proud moment, but district level, setting our flags high is thanks to these 3 guys. Now, all the faces you see here have been the past presidents of ICAP, but they have not only served ICAP with their most dedication, but they have gone a step further and served at various area, division, and even at district level. This itself has been an extremely pride moment for ICAP. Now, other than excelling in speeches, ICAP has also excelled in many social activities. For the first bowling event, which was held by all Toastmasters Association, where more than 30 teams had participated, ICAP bagged the 3rd place. In the 5-kilometer walkathon race, ICAP kept its flag high and bagged the 1st place by clocking in 17 minutes and 02 seconds. ICAP has been again truly inspirational. It has set a first exclusively women club under the umbrella of ICAP, the first ever sponsored club, C2A. And it's an extremely proud moment. This club is extremely doing well. We are celebrating 15 years, and this club recently completed 15 months. So other notable achievements, we have trained many speechcraft, many youngsters in across schools. There have been speech marathons, debate sessions, joint meetings with other clubs, CSR initiatives, and active participation by in all the clubs and area level competition. To sum it all, it's one of the best, premiest, and the most successful club in the island. ICAP, Indian Chartered Accountants in Bahrain. The slogan has been converted into inspiring capabilities, which has been the baby of our Toastmaster Ronald Desai. Indeed, and ICAP has been inspiring capabilities in all its members and deserves a thumbs up. So if you all agree, I would like to see a thumbs up on your screens for ICAP. Next is this, please. Now, to further add to our celebration, I would like to call upon our club mentor and immediate past president, DTM Panchu, for the inaugural release of ICAP Voice, a first quarterly bulletin for this term, which has been compiled by a VPTPR Toastmaster Janki Mehta. DTM Panchu, with your permission, I will proceed with the release of ICAP Voice.
Say it, TTM Panchu. He is searching for you.
No, he is releasing it. I'm waiting for him to release. It's like a movie release, you know. A long time we are seeing our ICAP voice.
I'm getting Mani Lakshman Murthy sharing a screen. Can you please stop sharing?
Still, we are seeing only, we are not hearing. ICAP voice.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
the soft copy of the ICAB will be sent across to everyone. Do ensure to read it, as there are a load of messages from dignitaries and even past presidents and members. There are also excellent pictures which will help to recollect the memories over the past 15 years. Now, following the yearly tradition, we did carry out our cake cutting ceremony with utmost precaution over one of the Fridays. However, we sincerely regret that we could not invite everyone due to the lockdown regulations which we had to follow. But we were fortunate enough to have the president of ICAI and the vice president of ICAI to be present in that meeting. And to relive that moment, we would like to have a virtual cake cutting ceremony now.
Congratulations and celebrations. I want the world to know how happy as can be. Congratulations and celebrations. I want the world to know how happy as can be. I would believe that I could be happy and contented. I used to think that happiness hadn't been invented. But that was in the back of days before I met you. When I
Thank you, everyone. Moving on. Our guest speaker for tonight is a chartered accountant by profession, CFO by vocation, and a once upon a time Toastmaster by passion. He firmly believes that academics is just a passport, and by just having a passport, you cannot go anywhere. He loves mentoring, and for that, he has got the nickname of professor from many of his colleagues. He never realized that speaking was his strength until he joined Chartered Accountants Toastmasters Bahrain, for which he is one of the founding members. And to have his address for a special occasion, please help me welcome our own fellow Toastmaster, Siva Kumar Lakshmanan. Over to you, Toastmaster Siva.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster and Chartered Accountant Arun. I still remember, it's a bit awkward to be invited saying welcome into ICAB, because I still remember, I can see Dinesh on my screen. It was a cold or a slightly warm, between cold and warm sort of July evening. This was in Novotel after the Bloomberg event. Dinesh, myself, Agnel, Dinesh, we finished the dinner and we were settling the bills. In fact, Agnel was the chairman of BCICI, I was the secretary, and Dinesh was the treasurer. So Dinesh had to stay back. And that is when we said, see, everybody says chartered accountants means you can't speak, CAs can't speak. So we felt that we need to do something for the chartered accountants. And now when I see the theme for today, it's exactly, I think this is what we thought in different words. We wanted to unleash the potential of chartered accountants. We never ever thought the chartered accountants can stand up and speak. Today, whatever you're seeing, the laurels, in fact, I'll come back to that in a bit, but we said we need to do something for the chartered accountants. And that's where I think TM Krishna, Toastmaster Krishnan Ramachandran, of course, Dinesh is in Singapore, Agnel is in India, Krishnan is here with me in Dubai. And Krishnan said, no worries, Dinesh and Krishnan, they were part of Manama Toastmasters, right, Dinesh? So we then said, okay, we will, or Bahrain Toastmasters, maybe my apologies for that. So Bahrain, yes, Dinesh. And Dinesh, with all his enthusiasm, and Krishnan, we said, fine, we will do something about it. And this is where ICAB was born. In fact, the feeling which I had was like when I became father for the first time, the feeling which when my daughter was born, and today after 15 years, I'm becoming a bit emotional here, because I always used to say, ICAB gives feedback, I think this is a different kind of a feedback, because Toastmaster needs feedback, but this is a different kind of a feedback which is coming in. So today, after 15 years, when I see 15 years, I become a bit emotional, because I see this 15th anniversary. I probably equate this to my daughter graduating, because we never thought when we had this meeting. In fact, I still remember vividly, the first meeting was at Elite Hotel and Resorts in Sanabis. And there were so many speakers who were willing to do the icebreakers. I didn't get an opportunity to do the icebreaker. Of course, I did after that, but I still remember every meeting I said I am going to do a speech. And there was a race between myself and Murli. Now he is DTM Murli. I think Murli was the first CC or CTM we used to call earlier, and he was the first CC, and I was the next CC for ICAB Toastmasters. This was in 2006. And see, fellow Toastmasters and chartered accountants, I'm really, really proud, because one thing, after seeing all these laurels, one thing which we always felt was ICAB was deprived, was that we were able to go up to the runners-up, and we were never able to make it to the winners. Of course, area contest, we were doing it really well, but we were not able to win. But today, if I'm seeing that we have won the district contest, it speaks volumes of definitely the potential which was innate, the potential which was inside. And ICAB, it is just the opener of the bottle, and it overflowed. The champagne overflowed all over the place. And that is exactly what we see in all these laurels. And I'm really, really proud. In fact, I don't remember the name of this gentleman. He was a National Geographic photographer. And he used to say that rather than being best in everything, try to be the best for everyone. So today, I feel more happy than the many cups which I used to bring, seeing ICAB, many people, many of my fellow Toastmasters, some of them I know very well, and some of them are relatively new. Of course, I left Bahrain more than 7.5, 8 years ago. I see really, really happy. See, coming to Toastmasters, of course, we all know Toastmasters has two tracks. One is the communication track, and other is the leadership track. And I was able to really appreciate the link between what this National Geographic photographer said. So when you come to the communication track, we always say we need to be the best, right? So I have to be the best speaker. I have to be the best evaluator. I have to be the best table topics commentator, so on and so forth. So here, the first part of the statement, to be best in what you do. And coming back to the next track, which is the leadership track. So what is leader? Leader means you don't have to be best for yourself. You have to be best for others. See, look at the dimension of Toastmasters. In the leadership track, we try to be servant leaders. In fact, this is something which I've heard very, very frequently, and I'm sure you also keep hearing. And I'm guilty of not attending a Toastmaster meeting for more than 7.5, 8 years. Of course, I stopped with my ACG about 10 years ago, and I have one project left to become a DTM. Probably I would have become a DTM 10.5 years ago, but somehow my profession took me in. So I would like to draw a very interesting reference here. Toastmaster, we all come for learning, and then we become like mentor Meenakshi, we become mentoring. But I felt that this learning was happening, and the moment you left learning, the L also dropped off. Because we always feel learning. What happens if L drops off from the learning? It becomes earning. When you start dropping the learning L, when you go behind your profession, because we go behind profession only to earn. So the L drops off and the earning automatically comes off. One thing which is very, very important, and which I see this in abundance overflowing today, is the passion. Because there are so many people who are so passionate. Of course, and this is something which there was no dearth of passion in ICAB, because I have seen, because I still remember Murli is there on the call. And then, of course, Meenakshi probably, who joined later, he was also very, very enthusiastic. Balraj was so committed. And again, all the other guys, in fact, please don't get me wrong if I've not named all of you. Money is one guy for whom, if you go to the dictionary and say, what is the meaning of money, Google search and say, if you said Toastmaster money means it's commitment, it is commitment. So CC money means it's commitment and commitment money. So these are the people who are the building blocks who built NOMAC on the leadership track. And passion, I was talking about passion. I still remember in that Al-Namal building, when we were having a session, I said, no, we need to, Shiva, we need an advanced manual to be completed. And but one thing which I always loved was in Toastmastering was table topics. The next to table topics was evaluation. I never liked prepared speeches, because if I prepare, I will do horribly well. Today also I said, I prepared a big list. I said, okay, I need to talk this, I need to talk that. Then I said, if I start going into that, then I'll probably be fumbling all over the place. And TM Arun, please put your hand up. I can see you on your face whenever you feel that I need to close, because there is no timer on this, right? So sorry. The next.
So you can have it for 2-3 minutes.
Sorry?
2-3 minutes.
Okay. See, I just want to talk about this passion, right? So what happened was, it was this advanced speech manual, and they said we need 2 manuals to be completed. We need an ACS or an ACB, I don't remember. And I took that challenge that other day, and all 2 advanced manuals in one Toastmaster meeting, and none of the topics was known to me, and I had to comply with all the objectives, 2 different manuals. So here it is not about bragging, or because it is nothing to talk about me. It is the enthusiasm and the support, because every victory, every gain was celebrated as a gain of the person rather than the person receiving the accolades. I think that is very, 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 very important. And I see somebody saying that I probably said the name of my company rather than ICAB. So because I said the earning part of it had overtaken me. And probably to take it to the fruition, or take it to closure, what I would say is, when I came into ICAB, or when we all perceived the chartered accountants need to unleash their potentials, we thought we are, or rather I thought I am a zero. Because when I walked into that, I thought communication was my biggest weakness. So much so that my father used to say that if I have to take a word, I have to put my finger and pluck a word out of your mouth. And I realized that there is a weakness and there is a perceived weakness. And probably I realized that maybe it could be my strength. So when I came in as a zero inside ICAB, this is very important, and this is a very important phenomenon which I realized. I came in as a zero, and ICAB, we just heard from DTM Mark Brown, and I was very fortunate to spend some time with DTM Mark Brown when he visited ICAB, and then we had a lunch with him, and then we took him to our offices when I used to work for BMMI, and he did a program for us. So when he said that you need to, yes, I'll just take the last 1 minute to wrap it up, or 30 seconds. Thank you so much. So then what we realized is the zero, when the ICAB gives you the opportunities, becomes infinity. Because if you look at an infinity, what is an infinity? The zero which is twisted and pressed and one end open. That is what infinity is. Because how infinity looks like this. A zero looks like this. You take a zero, twist it, cut open one end, and then that is infinity. So you go through the Toastmaster process, you enter as a zero, you twist, meaning you go through the grind, you twist, and it opens up the vistas and there is no end. And that is what all these other people have told. I'm really proud. Thank you so much, ICAB. And just to let you, last sentence, I have never become a member anywhere else. And I have told myself that I will not become a member anywhere else other than ICAB. If at all I have to complete one project, let me see if I can complete it. With this, I wish once again all the very best. Thanks Toastmaster Arun, Toastmaster Venkata, and all the others. Wish ICAB all the very best. Great going. Keep rocking.
Thank you, Toastmaster Siva. It was really an honor to have you in this virtual meeting, and hope one day we see you back again in the physical meeting as well. So moving on to the last item in the agenda, we have this physical session coming up. I hope you all have your Kahoot app logged in, or you have it on the web browser. I'll be sharing my screen for the Kahoot ID. just put on your app. Maybe you can put an adjective along with your name. That would make it more interesting. For example, mentor Meenakshi. So once you see your name on the screen, you're logged in and you'll be ready to play. You can put an adjective if you wish along with your name. Questions for the ICAB, this has been known only to me and the president, but still XCOM has decided that they will not participate. Well, you have amazing Anjali, ever smiling Shaukat, rocking Raghu, Sridhar, Radhika. We'll wait for 30 more seconds for some more members to join in before we start. So we have around 16 participants. We'll just wait for another 10-15 more seconds. So we have 15 questions for this 15th anniversary. So the winner will be getting a combo prize, which is a t-shirt, a pen and a ball pen, a pencil set, and a hard case notebook, all branded by Toastmasters International. So I think we're all set. Let's start. If you know, I hope everybody knows the game. I'll be asking some questions. You'll be giving some options. Questions are very simple ones. Example, I would ask, how many gallons of water have you consumed in the last 15 years? You just have to answer that question. But don't worry, I'll be giving you options as well. Just kidding. The questions are really simple. If you have been active and attentive over the session, you'll be getting the answers upfront. So the fastest will also matter along with accuracy. So we have 2 more people joined in, 18. So let's start the game. It's an ICAB 15th anniversary special edition. Here we go with the first question. Who was the first mentor of ICAB? Who was the first mentor of ICAB? George Thomas, Dinesh Ramu, Mani Lakshmanamurthy, or Gopalakrishnan? We have 18 people and 15 answers have been received. 16. Time limit is there, so be sure that you say, 14 of them have given correctly. It's almost a perfect shot. For those who have missed, if you would have just read the agenda, it's always mentioned in that Toastmasters George Thomas has been the mentor of ICAB. So we have Toastmaster Uday leading the table with Rocking Raghu and Mani, second and third position. Coming to the next question, which leader has served as the division governor? Is it DTM Raghu Iyer, DTM BBS Pratap, DTM Meenakshi Sundaram, or TM TD Balraj? Which leader has served as the division governor? 17 answers received, time up. Majority of them had it correct. TD Balraj was the division governor for the term 2011 and 12. Let's look at the scoring. Ever smiling Shaukat has moved up to 1,811. Ajay and Raghu leading second and third position. Third question, which ICAB president had the shortest serving term? Is it TM Mani, DTM BBS Pratap, TM Dinesh Ramu, or TM TD Balraj? Which ICAB president had the shortest serving term? Well, only 7 of them could get this correct. All the ICAB presidents had served the full 365 days term, but it was only in the initial year when the club was formed on October 2005. TM Dinesh Ramu served only for 249 days. So let's look at the scores. TM Kapil has moved up on the podium position 2488 with mentor Meenakshi and TV. So all the first 3 ones got this one wrong, it looks like. Moving to the next question. Which non-chartered accountant has served as the president of ICAB? Which non-chartered accountant served as the president of ICAB? The timer up. 15 of them got it right, one wrong. Previous Pratap, yes, he is a well-known personality. Many misjudge him to be a CA, but is actually an MBA and an FRM specialist, currently having his own enterprise risk consultancy firm. So looking at the scores, Kapil, Mentor and TV, Santosh still got it right, staying at the top 3 position. The next question, how many chartered members did ICAB start with? How many chartered members did ICAB start with? If you had listened to TM Dinesh Ramu's video, you have got this answer correct. 13 of them still got it right. That's correct. 25 chartered members were there. And most of the clubs struggled to have even 10-15 members. ICAB was proud to have this club started with 25 chartered accountants. So Kapil probably was a soloish answer. Minanta Minakshi moved up the ladder with fastest response, I guess. Next question. Who is not a chartered member of ICAB? Who is not a chartered member of ICAB? As was mentioned, ICAB was formed with 25 chartered members. One among these was not a chartered member. Who was it? The 7 got it right, 7 got it wrong. And do you know the reason why CA Gopalakrishnan was not selected? Because when his entry was made, and since his name had a CA, he was not allowed. I'm just kidding. That was not the reason. I think he was not present on the island that time. So looking at the score, Mentor Minakshi, Kapil and Santosh maintaining the top 3 position, DTM Sanjay and amazing Anjali coming up in the 4th and 5th position. Next question, what is the name of ICAB one and only sponsored club, C2A? What is the name of ICAB one and only sponsored club, C2A Toastmaster? The options are come to accept, communicate to achieve, communicate to accomplish, or chatters to achievers. 10 of you have it right. C2A stands for communicate to achieve, and we're honored to have the president, Toastmaster Vamaya, present in the meeting. This was a club formed by ICAB in the last June 2019, and Toastmaster Kapil moved up the ladder once again, Mentor Minakshi and DTM Sanjay now taking up the 3rd position. Next question, what has been the highest membership base ever held by ICAB? What has been the highest membership base ever held by ICAB? If we recollect the Hall of Fame moment, we had shown how the membership has always been maintained. And the highest membership was at 47, 49, 51, or 55. So 6 of you had it right. I nearly hit a half century, but as I said, many people left during the time. 49 was the highest membership we had. And Toastmaster Kapil maintaining the top position. BCICI chairperson Ajay has now moved up on the 3rd position with 5,552 points. DTM Sanjay skipped to number 4th position. The 9th question, which member has served in the District 2020 XCOM? Which member has served in the District 20 XCOM? Is it DTM Raghu Iyer, DTM Meenakshi Sundaram, TM Ronak Desai, or TM Venkataramana? Well, 11 of you, majority had it right. Our current president, Toastmaster Venkataramana, served as the district finance manager in 2018-19, and he held the ICAB flag at the district level. So looking at the scores, Mentor Meenakshi moves up to 6627, 6626, Kapil just behind the 1 point. So it's just a matter of speed and accuracy. The 10th question, what is the club number of ICAB? What is the club? Is it 824530, 823430, 824350, or 852-420? 7 of you got it right only. So you just need to be more careful when the agenda is circulated. Keep your eyes on it. The club number is 824350. Mentor Meenakshi Kapil maintaining that position, and DTM Sanjay again taking that third position. 11th question, identify this occasion. You will see a picture, you need to identify what was this occasion when the picture was clicked. Was it the BCICI conference, club charter ceremony, club press meet, or none of the above? Well, we have 15 answers right now, 16 answers. Majority had it right again. This was a picture taken 15 years back during the club charter ceremony. And Mentor Meenakshi Kapil maintaining that position. DTM Sanjay skips down from 3 to 5. TB Santosh taking that third spot. So it's an interesting round. TA Toastmaster Ajay also again coming back to the fourth position. 12th question. From which year onwards ICAB has continuously achieved 10 on 10 DCP points? From which year onwards ICAB has continuously achieved 10 on 10 DCP goals? This was again mentioned in the Hall of Fame slide. But only 4 of it got it right. The actual real answer is 2007 and 8. For the past 13 years, ICAB has been consistently maintaining that 10 on 10 position. And this, by the end of this term, will be even achieving it on the 14th year. So Toastmaster Santosh with correct answer streak now going at 8194 at second point. Mentor Meenakshi entering the top podium position. 3 questions to go. Identify the account which is not related to ICAB. Identify the account not related to ICAB. Well, there's no spelling mistakes, I can assure you on that. So these are all valid accounts. I hope you all like them on social media. If not, do follow them and do like all the posts which is posted by ICAB for the achievements. And TV Santosh now taking up the lead position. Mentor Meenakshi and DTM Sanjay on the second, third. Kapil slipping down to 5th position. Sanjay and Anjali moving together. So it's an interesting one. What does the C stands for in the name of Ralph C. Smedley? What does the C stand for in Ralph C. Smedley? We keep hearing the name. Ralph C. Smedley. What does it stand for? Charles, Chris, Chestnut, or Castimia? It's only one person who got it right. That's an interesting one. Next time you hear Ralph C. Smedley, remember it's Chestnut. Only one position who would be changing, so it's not from the top 5. All the top 5 looks like got it wrong. Now we have the last question, which is the bonus points question. It's like you will be getting some options. You just need to arrange them in ascending order. You'll be seeing on your screen some 4 colors. Arrange these ICAB precedents in ascending order of the respective terms. Take the color and put it in respective either red, blue, yellow, green. Ascending order of the respective terms. So 20 seconds questions with the bonus points, so ensure you have it correct. Precedence in the ascending order of the respective terms. 1 second to go. So we had only 9 answers which came in. And the correct order was green, blue, yellow, and red. Muralidhar had served initially in his 4th year, I guess, and Gopal, Uday, and Sridhar was continuously in the year 2013-14, 14-15, and 15-16. So with that, we come to the end of this quiz and look up at the third position. It's Toastmaster Kapil. Second position backed by Toastmaster Ajay. And leading the top is Toastmaster Santosh TV. Congratulations on all the 3 winners. You win a special combo set prize, and one of the XCOM members will be coordinating with you on the prize thing. Heartiest congratulations to all of you and participating in this quiz. So from my side, and I conclude this session and thanking each one of you who were present, even for those who could not be available due to the other commitments, but they've always been contributing to the success of the club. You all deserve a huge round of applause. And with this, I hand over the proceeding to our dynamic president, Toastmaster Venkataraman, for his closing remarks. Over to you, President Toastmaster Venkataraman.
Thank you, Toastmaster Arun, for conducting the session so immaculately. Can we have a big round of applause for our MC who has taken so hard? Yeah, thank you so much for your hard work. Nicely arranging the session. All this video, everything, the arrangement, all credit goes to Toastmaster Arun. And I should also mention that Toastmaster Nisha, who is the member of C2A Toastmasters Club, who has equally supported Toastmaster Arun in arranging this session. Thank you so much for both of you for such a wonderful session. Now, I would like to thank from the bottom of my heart all the past presidents who have been so supportive to me when I thought of having this 15th anniversary milestone session. And I had a great opportunity to come across and meet personally whom I have who never ever spoken earlier, especially Toastmaster Dinesh Ramu, TD Balraj sir. And in fact, wherever they are, when I called them, first of all, initially I was like a little reluctant. What is the timings? How I will reach out to CA Murali sir in Canada? So when I reached out, I never ever felt, even I am new to them, the way they have supported to me, that they have promised me, assured me, and the most troubled past president is Toastmaster Dinesh Ramu. I think I have been in touch with him like last 2 months, I think, for the interview questions and for the video. We had a couple of lengthy discussions. I thought I will speak to him in 2 minutes and I'll close it very fast. But the persona, such a nice gentleman, we started and we went on speaking for almost like 15-20 minutes in our first initial discussion itself. So thank you so much for all the past presidents, for your time, for your support, and for your encouragement. I look forward to see you all again in the upcoming ICAB milestone sessions. And thank you so much. Another most important person whom I should thank is our own mentor Meenakshi. He has been one of the key guiding force for this session, especially starting whether the idea of the video or inviting the guest, whether it's a DTM Mark Brown or whether the guest speaker Toastmaster Shiva Kumarji. It is his ideas. He has been always guiding me in this entire the spectrum of this journey. So big thanks goes to TTM Meenakshi, without whose support I don't think that I would have made this session such a memorable session for all of us. So big round of applause for DTM Meenakshi. The third important thing, which also I thought it would worth mentioning, when DTM Mohammad Salim has told that I approached Venkat again for the year, then I felt that the leadership, the way when the DTM Mark Brown has asked, is there anybody who unleashed you people to move forward in your careers when everybody has raised thumbs up? I too did the thumbs up. Is the reason, the force behind it, the reason behind it is our club leadership. That time, the instrument people who have forced me to go to district and to experience that as DTM Meenakshi, my mentor DTM Raghu Iyer, and then President Toastmaster Ronak. These three are the key people. And in fact, I still remember when Meenakshi called me, would you like to take it up? Think about it and take it up. When I spoke to my mentor DTM Raghu, he said, you should go for it. You should not miss it. And that evening, late evening, Ronak called back and told me, you should not miss this opportunity. We had a thought and we think that you will serve well. And I am, from the bottom of my heart, I am very thankful to our leaders. This is what ICAB is. And this is where as I said in my initial message, we help each other and we take pride in helping each other. Now, let me thank our keynote speaker, we are grateful to our world champion of public speaking, who has taken his time out and delivered such an inspirational message to unleash the inner potentials. We're really thankful for DTM Mark Brown for taking his time and making this event a memorable and a sweeter session for all of us. Can we have a big round of applause for DTM Mark Brown? Now let me thank Toastmasters Shivakumar, who has graciously accepted to be the guest speaker and joined us and given such a motivational journey, which he has shown is whether it is called the passion, the compassion, and the way he has ended up with his explaining the infinity is truly wonderful. If Toastmasters Shivakumar is listening to me, I suggest, sir, you should join the ICAB. Somehow the coronavirus has given us a very good, mode of, delivering our speeches. You can deliver your speeches in a virtual mode and you can finish your DTM. The one speech which you said you left out, ICAB would be very, very happy to take you back into the club, as it's an honor for us if you come back and take your DTM from ICAB again. Thank you so much for that, for your time, and thank you for your such a wonderful message. I would sincerely thank to the district trio who have acknowledged our request and gave such a inspirational messages and shared their thoughts and views about the ICAB club. Thank you so much, District Director, DTM Mohammed Salim, Program Quality Director, DTM Alifia Lakdawala, and the Club Growth Director, DTM Khalid, who has been supportive to us since the beginning of the term. Whenever we have sought for his help, whether it is a virtual session, whether it is conducting the speechcraft on online platform, he has been very helpful to the club, and I am sure you all had really appreciated their support. Can we have a big round of applause for our trio for joining us? Now, I would also like to acknowledge and thank Toastmaster Vilas Deshmukhji and the first chairperson under whose past chairperson of BCICI, Toastmaster Agnel Pereira, during his term, the ICAB has been floated. I would like to listen, if possible, although we have exceeded the time, 30 seconds from, if they are there with us still, Toastmaster Vilas, would you like to share something? I think I could see you.
Thank you, Mr. President. It's wonderful. Thank you for having me and this special meeting of yours. I have seen ICAB from close quarters ever since I was in Bahrain Toastmasters Club, thanks to the first president, Dinesh Ramu, who was our iconic member even that time. And we always looked up to him for everything. And he was the one who guided us into coming and helping ICAB stand on their feet. I used to come there. I was just barely a year-old member then in Toastmasters, and we would come and give you evaluations because initially you needed evaluators. And then those were initial speeches of all ICABers. And then I've seen the journey, amazing journey of you members, excellent. I mean, and this is one of the best clubs in the island, even as on date, because the stickler of all rules, the protocol, etc., everything, very meticulously followed. And I'm proud to be associated with you people on this special occasion of yours. It was my pleasure and my privilege. Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vilas. I think we are missing C.A. Agnel because I know that it's too late in India. Now the time is passing on. And the last but not the least, I could not close without listening our champion speaker, great evaluator. I heard from so many people, but I was missing his speech, his few words. Before I close, DTM Shaukat, I wanted to listen from you. Everybody has spoken, all the past presidents, everybody has shared their views, but I did not get an opportunity to, to take you on board. I would like to listen from you at least 30 seconds about the ICAB, what you think and what you think about it.
Oh, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. ICAB has been the alma mater for a lot of us, and I think we are really happy that we had so many good people out here. It's a family. We all support each other. We all grow with each other. We all help each other to grow. And I'm sure this is what's going to happen. ICAB is only 15 years young. I can see how it will grow. and will keep benefiting all of us. So many of us. It will inspire so many of us. Thank you all the leaders who have been here. Thank you all the members who have been here for supporting and keeping ICAB flag flying high. All the best.
Thank you. Thank you, DTM Shaka. One more past president has been missed out, which I cannot miss him also. And he has to speak as well. That is none other than Toastmaster Kapil. I could see you already a smile on your face. Now, please put few words to the members so that I could close the session for the evening.
Well, what to say? I was thrown into ICAB in 2006, December 2006. 5 days when I was into the island. And I very well remember when previous Toastmaster Anant Narayanan took me there. He paid my fees also. And I used to tease him for next 6 months, I will not pay you. So that was the time. And I am proud to be the longest serving member of the club till now.
Yes.
So, and I want to keep this pride with me. So, although I have not been very, very active in last couple of years, but definitely each and every achievement the club makes me feel as if I have achieved something. So that has been the journey from year after year. Every president has taken, every committee and every member has done their more than 100% to make the club a success. And with the spirit intact so far, I am sure we will reach greater and greater heights year after year. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for such a good message for everybody at the end. I would like to thank Toastmaster Mayank for playing his role as a timer for the evening. Thank you, Mayank. You have done a wonderful job highlighting the timing at each and every time, although we have slightly exceeded the time due to natural technical things. Now, let me close the meeting. Okay, sorry. Toastmaster DTM BVS Pratap had already shared his message. Due to paucity of time, I think it could not be displayed now. We will share it in our ICAB group as well as in Facebook and the social media. You see his message. I think we are missing Toastmaster Gopal Krishna's message as well. Even that message will be shared on the social media so that members can view and appreciate the messages. With this, I will conclude meeting number 385. Thank you all so much for joining us and making this event a memorable one. See you. Good night.
Good night.
Night.
Good night. Good night.
Good night and thank you.
Meeting. Excellent.
Thank you. Good night.
Really pleasure to see all of you.
Good night, Murli sir. Good night, TDM Balraj sir.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you, Dinesh ji.
Wonderful job, Arun. Wonderful
Good
job.
night. Great job, Arun. Congrats, Venkat, once again.
Thank you, sir.
Kapil ji, poetry.
Yes. Yes, sir.
कुछ poetry. पोइट्री सुनने वाला टाइम जानबूझ के अभी माइक अपना बंद नहीं किया है, सब लोग वेट ही कर रहे थे.
फोटो पीछे ना वर्चुअल फोटो आपका बढ़िया है.
Yeah, thank you. See, poetry for ICAB is only 4 lines actually.
Let us have it.
है सबकी कोशिश है अपनी है तेरा हौसला अपना. है सबकी कोशिश है अपनी है तेरा हौसला अपना. उनका हद बांधते रहना तेरा हद से गुजर जाना. परिंदे तू उड़ाने भर चाहे अंजाम हो कुछ भी. ये तो सूरज को छू लेना या फिर जल के बिखर जाना.
Fantastic.
Thanks. I think with this note we can close. Thank you.
Great. Chalo. Thank you everyone. Good night.